Let's talk about the Israel-Palestine war and mainly its impact on the Indian stock market. On 7th October 2023, Hamas attacked Israel by launching more than 5,000 rockets in just one day. More than 1,500 people had died. Now, Israel and Palestine conflict has been going on since decades, but this big and deadly of an attack was not expected. And now Israel has officially declared war.
אנחנו במלחמה, לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
Let's understand its impact on the Indian economy and the stock market. I will divide this video into 5 parts. First, India's relation with Israel and how big of a trading partner are both countries. Second, involvement of Iran and impact on the crude oil prices. Third, stock sectors positively and negatively impacted by this and the impact on gold. Fourth, stocks that are directly involved in this. And fifth, what should you do and my personal views. 1992, with the total trade volume between Israel and India was around $200 million. In 2023, this number has spiked to $10.1 billion, excluding defense. Asia mein, India is the third largest trading partner of Israel and globally it is the 7th largest partner. So we definitely know that Israel is a significant trading partner of India and we will get impacted. India's merchandise trade with Israel happens mostly through the Eilat port, and right now the good news is that we don't have any port disruptions, but the impact can be seen through increased oil prices as this war could disrupt the oil exports coming from Middle East. Second, reduced demand for Indian goods and services in the Middle East. And third, decreased foreign investments. The most obvious and the biggest impact will be on the crude oil price. Now everybody is talking about this, but let's understand how will the crude price get impacted. The war is between Israel and Palestine, but one country that is indirectly but aggressively supporting Israel is Iran. But how can Iran's involvement in this war impact our stock market? Iran is the 7th largest crude oil producer globally. 82% of Iran's total exports revenue comes from the oil and gas sector. And now India on the other hand is the largest importer of crude oil. So अगर crude की prices बढ़ते हैं, which is very obvious, तो major impact India पर आएगा ही आएगा. Keep in mind that the crude market is already extremely tight due to the previous supply cuts by Saudi Arabia and Russia. Now, all of this will happen on a broader scale. Let's understand which sectors will directly get impacted by this rise in crude prices. After Israel's Prime Minister declared war, we have been seeing some oil exploration companies like Indian Oil, BPCL, IOC, etc. go up. This is on the basis of the reasoning that crude oil prices बढ़ने से इन companies की profit margins भी बढ़ेंगी. But I personally feel कि इसका impact बहुत ज़्यादा है, फिर long term नहीं हो सकता because import करने की cost भी बढ़ेगी. Now the sectors which will be at a higher risk to get negatively impacted are the ones in sector का major raw material या तो crude oil होता है फिर crude oil के derivatives. These sectors are first the chemical sector, जहाँ पे the majority of raw material comes from crude oil. Top stocks in this sector are these. Then paint sector and the tire sector, where around 50% of their entire raw material cost comes from crude oil. Top stocks of both of these sectors are these. Fourth is the aviation sector because the majority cost of this sector is the ATA, which is the aviation turbine fuel, which again comes from crude oil. Here the top stocks are these. In sub-sectors के केस में, as the price of crude oil increases, the cost of raw material will also increase, जिसकी वजह से इनकी profit margins will drop. Now coming to the impact on gold, it is up more than 3% in the last 3-4 days. It is seen as a safe haven assets. मतलब investors believe that gold acts as a hedge against inflation and all the uncertainties in the world. अब चाहे वो COVID हो या फिर कोई war. Gold usually performs a lot better during such times because most investors take their money out of riskier investments and park it in more safe assets like gold. Now let's see which stocks can directly get impacted because of this war. So in the last G20 meet, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor was launched. This deal also included a railway network connecting India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Europe and Israel. But now because of this war in Israel, this plan will definitely get delayed if not cancelled altogether. Now this will severely impact the booming Indian railway sector. Direct stocks involved in this are IRFC, RVNL, Ircon and RITES. Second company is Adani Ports, which operates the Haifa port in Israel. Now this port is a major gateway between Israel and the rest of the world, and it was also said to be the biggest revenue generated for Adani outside India. Any disruptions to port operations can directly impact Adani Port's revenue. The third company is Sun Pharma, which owns a 78.48% stake in Israel's Taro Pharma company, which is a major player in Israel's pharmaceutical market. Any drop in sales in Israel can severely impact the revenue and profit of Sun Pharma as well. Other pharma companies like Dr. Reddy, Lupin, Torrent Pharma also have major links to Israel through exports. The fourth company is Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, which has many ongoing projects in Israel and over 1,000 employees stuck in the country. Lastly, what should you do and my personal views? So, if things get worse and other countries like Saudi Arabia, USA also get involved in this war, then we will definitely see it escalating even further. It might even push us towards a recession and we might even see Nifty around the 19,000 level. But this will be from a short to medium term perspective, not long term. Now, does this war impact the long term Indian growth story in any way? No. Will India still continue to outperform and move towards being the third largest economy in the world by 2027? Yes. My personal view on India and the Indian stock market in the long run was and still is extremely bullish. If all of this helped you in any way or you learned something new, make sure to like this video, comment below the topics you want me to cover next, and for more such videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel.